Hi, my name is Matt, and in this video we're going to talk about conjunctions. A conjunction is the part of speech that connects words, parts of sentences, and phrases. This part of speech can be further divided into three main subtypes: coordinating, subordinating, and correlative. A coordinating conjunction coordinates words and phrases within a sentence. The 8 words that make up this category are and, but, or, nor, as, for, yet, and so. Look at these examples of coordinating conjunctions in use. These bridging words coordinate between parts of a sentence with similar construction. Coordinating conjunctions also help to maintain parallel construction, which is what keeps the grammatical structure in a sentence consistent. Let's take a look at some examples. The first sentence is incorrect because the coordinating word and sits between phrases with differing structures. Saying the cafeteria and library sounds awkward. The second sentence corrects this by balancing the grammatical form on each side of the connector. The cafeteria and the library sounds a lot better. All we needed to do was add a word. In this example, the unmatched construction is incorrect and creates a false series. A false series occurs when there's an inconsistency in the pattern of the list items. In this sentence, the phrase "return my library books" breaks the pattern established by the first 2 items and cannot be the object of the verb find. "I need to find a notebook" and "I need to find a pen" make grammatical sense. "I need to find return my library books" does not. To correct a false series, you can give each item in the series a separate verb. Find a notebook, get a pen, and return my library books. You can also resolve a false series and achieve parallel construction by breaking up the series. Find a notebook and a pen, and return my library books. As you can see, this method makes use of more coordinating conjunctions to create 2 distinct verb phrases. Correct comma usage is a common source of confusion created by the coordinating conjunction. You can resolve this comma crisis by remembering that there are only 3 scenarios for which you'll use a comma with these words. Scenario 1. When separating 2 independent clauses in a compound sentence, which is a sentence with 2 independent clauses, place a comma before the coordinating word. Scenario 2. When using the Oxford comma in a list of 3 or more items, the final comma in the word is placed before the coordinating word. Since using the Oxford comma is up to your personal style, this rule only applies if you use it. Scenario 3. A comma may be used in a sentence even when it is not grammatically necessary to avoid confusion or show contrast. However, keep in mind that your comma usage should not violate any of the normal rules for punctuation. This is not a license to comma. Subordinating conjunctions appear at the head of dependent or subordinate clauses. Dependent clauses are clauses that cannot stand on their own as complete sentences. Subordinating words such as unless, whereas, and because show the relationship between a dependent clause and main clause in a sentence. The rule of how to punctuate subordinate words depends on which clause comes first in a sentence. If the independent clause precedes the subordinate clause, there is usually no comma between the clauses. In this sentence, Joe is late for practice is the independent clause. Here, Coach Stone will give Joe another chance is the independent clause. Therefore, there is no comma before the subordinating conjunction. Conversely, if the dependent clause comes first, a comma should be used between it and the main clause. In these 2 examples, a subordinating conjunction starts each sentence in a dependent clause, so a comma is required between the dependent clause and the main clause. Correlative conjunctions function to show the relationship between words and phrases within a sentence. Correlative conjunctions work in pairs such as either or, neither nor, not only but also, both and rather or. Conjunctions allow you to create complex and dynamic sentences, but they can also be easily abused. Make sure you use these words judiciously and avoid creating monster sentences, unless you're William Faulkner. The Chegg Writing Grammar Checker can help you keep track of your grammar in general. Using this service can help improve your clarity and style, making your paper the best it can be.